anything I say is for the betterment of the business. Now, listen, WWE probably ain't gonna pay no damn attention to what I'm saying. That's fine. But if you have even a little bit, even a shred of status, even a shred of power, even a shred of influence on something that you love, on a profession that you love, then comment on it, and you never know. Now, one thing I do know is people in the industry have seen our videos. So, just by that logic, it can get back. And it doesn't have to be the top of the company, it can be the bin man, the garbage man, the seamstress, the cleaner, the steward, the security guard, and he just might mention it to somebody, and I'm hoping so, not for any recognition. I don't even need people to tell, oh yeah, I saw this guy, I think his name was Savage, should plug it. I don't need any of that. Just get the point across so I can enjoy what I love. And a lot of like opinions come from you can't get what you want as a fan, so you complain about it. That's not where I'm coming from, because I do have the ability to turn it off. I have the ability not to watch. That's 100%. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm 30 plus years deep in, but I do have the ability not to watch. And I have to say, wrestling's getting to the point now where you can skip a few Raws and a few SmackDowns and pick up where you left off, and nothing's changed much. Little recap, little 3-minute video, and you might be in there. Now, obviously, I decided to make a wrestling channel, so that's the reason why I continue to watch all the time. I do wonder sometimes where I would be with the brand, with pro wrestling, if I didn't make a wrestling channel, because sometimes it's unbearable. I've committed to doing pay-per-views, so now I can't even skip them because there's people depending on watching and doing a watch along while I'm doing it on the internet. So it's fair enough. Heels and face, baby face and heels, bad guy, good, evil, bad versus right. I mean, right versus wrong. You get what I'm saying. It's a simple concept that has stood the test of time in real life and entertainment. Now, in real life, that's whatever. In entertainment, it stood the test of time. It's in every movie. It's in everything. TV series, everything. Wrestling has always had this. Now, don't get me wrong, kayfabe, we'll have to do a separate video on that, but we know that's not there much. That's why the people that do seem to stick to kayfabe in a certain instant do come across as the more credible characters, because we don't see them outside of the character. Now, there's obviously opportunities and certain things in life where the character will break away because more serious things take her, and I'm fine with that, i.e., the Susan G. Komen Foundation or Make a Wish with kids, or there's a serious topic, anti-bullying, anything like that. I guess you can't go into a school as a heel and talk about anti-bullying. It might not work out for you. I understand all of that. And that's for us not to pay attention and watch. But there is, in the wrestling business, in the 3 to 4 hour pay-per-view, in the 3 hour or 2 hour show, where honor what a heel and a babyface is. We get it. Superman is a babyface. Darkseid is a heel. Captain America is a babyface. Thanos is a heel. You see where I'm going. Now, don't get me wrong. You do have in-between characters in there that toe the line. Tweeners, we call them in wrestling. Brock Lesnar. He was like that for a while. He doesn't really answer to anyone, so there's not really no good or bad there. Randy Orton's had that in periods, but a lot of the time it's been heel. So we do have that with certain characters. But I feel like it's not being honored at all anymore, really, because even the heels are losing credibility for, and you see the picture, and this is why I went off in the last stream, because I said before it happened, please tell me that Cody and Gunther's not going to shake hands. The reason why that prompted me was because of the thumbnail you see, because in the previous pay-per-view to that, Gunther and Randy shook hands. Now, there's different ways to go about it. So you could just say, listen, the way Gunther is, it's all about respect in the ring, and he doesn't really hate anybody. He's not really a heel like that. It's just once you gain his respect in the ring, he wants to shake your hand. That would make sense if that's what his character was. The build up to these matches, especially with the Randy Orton one, speaking of Randy's dad, Damian Priest, speaking of Damian Priest's family, Damian being a street trash, him being better than Damien. Not to mention that Damien one's repeated itself now, which we'll have to talk about another time, because they've just tried to double up on a storyline from SummerSlam and act like we never saw it and then run it back again, which is disgraceful and lazy. But all of the things that they said leading up to that should say that you have to lead an arc to get back to being a babyface. If that's the case, you can't just finish the match and shake hands, because what does that mean when the match is done? When Gunther returns on SmackDown, does that mean that when he walks past Cody, everything's fine? Does that, you know what I mean? Obviously, they're not on the same brand. Or when he walks past Randy, is everything fine now? Well, if Randy's in trouble, will he help him because he respects him now? It doesn't make sense. We had it with Brock Lesnar and Cody Rhodes as well. This shaking hands thing seems to be a Triple H thing. I could be wrong. It may be someone who Triple H has employed on his creative team, but there's been this shaking hand thing a lot now. We've had it in the past. I get it. Two competitors come together. None of them's really evil or anything like that. It's kind of like a tweener thing. You know what I mean? Or an opponent's tried to wind up another opponent just to get the match, when really they just don't hate them. They just want the match. And then when it's all said and done, they shake hands, which happens in actual sport, UFC, boxing. It's happened a few times. It happened with Undertaker and Shawn Michaels. Got the respect, walked out, everyone holding each other. Fair enough. But this is the constant thing. Not to mention that we have heels like Damage Control, who were heels in the first place with Bayley. They turned on Bayley, which made Bayley the babyface, and they stayed heels. They were going against Bianca and Jade Cargill. And I kid you not, and I could be wrong with the timeline here, but it has to be less than 4 weeks. Somehow they merged into babyfaces without actually being babyfaces. So when they were in tag team matches, we were seeing a lot of heel versus heel stuff, which doesn't make any sense. Just like I get it with Rhea and Damien, because obviously Judgment Day turned on them, ultimately turned them babyface. But flipping hell, it's getting out of hand and it's hard to keep a grip of. And I don't think wrestling storylines work with everyone just chopping and changing. And now you got people who have been in the industry or part of the industry for a long time or speak on the industry acting like it's all okay. No, there's not really such thing as a heel anymore, because no, there is. There is. It's what makes everything great. It's even greater when heels think that they are in the right, because they're doing it for the greater good. I.e., most people, when you think off the top of your head of different heels, you don't really see Drew McIntyre as a heel, but he kind of is. But he thinks he's in the right with what's going on with CM Punk because of what's gone on. Now, you'll see this when CM Punk returns, which hopefully he does soon, and we can start working on that Seth Rollins and CM Punk thing. Who's going to be the heel? You guys in the comment section, when I'm done this video, tell me who is the heel between Seth Rollins and CM Punk, because they hate each other. Seth's told us that he hates CM Punk the whole time. He went after CM Punk while he was a babyface. Remember, he returned at War Games Survivor Series, and Seth lost his mind, and he was a babyface the whole time. So you let me know who's the heel and babyface between that, because if we lead into Royal Rumble or WrestleMania and we go Seth versus CM Punk, one of them's going to have to take it. Otherwise, not going to work out. Braun Breaker, this man was a heel, fought Jay. Let's shake his hand. You know what he did the week after? Speared him. Can't make sense of it. Can't make sense of it. So you guys let me know in the comment section. I'm going to keep these videos concise, around 10 to 12 minutes, so we can get in and get out. And you guys can create conversation in the comment section. And if you don't want to create conversation in the comment section, don't create conversation in the comment section. I don't give a shit. I'm going to speak anyway. I've been your boy, Savage. Comment, like, subscribe, and share. Get the hell out of here and get in the comment section. Run.